And then this is video 2. This is a 2-part series of Frederic Malle fragrances. I did one video of fragrances from Frederic Malle for the guys, and this is the second video of fragrances from Frederic Malle for the ladies. So if you haven't caught the previous video, please go catch that. And I do want to specify and let you know, I have no problem wearing any kind of fragrance, but a lot of you send me questions asking me if this fragrance is for the guys, if it's for the ladies, is it unisex, can a man wear it, can a woman wear it? All that good stuff. So I've done a video series like this, or 2 video series like this, most importantly from the Tom Ford house. So you can go catch those videos, a video for the guys from Tom Ford, a video from for the ladies from Tom Ford. And this is Frederic Malle. These fragrances are, feminine fragrances, perfect for a lady to wear. But as I was saying, no rules. So I do have a deep dive video on Frederic Malle as well. You can go catch it if you have no problem wearing whatever kind of fragrance. And that way you can understand the entire collection. But I've got 10 fragrances here that are perfect for the ladies. But you know what? I forgot to mention something in the last video, and I do want you guys to hear this out. The rumor is that Dries van Noten is coming back from Frederic Malle, and it's going to be a different name, obviously, but I think supposedly it's the same fragrance, just renamed, rebranded. I believe that was taken off the shelves because Dries van Noten was launching his fragrances. I think 2021 is when Dries van Noten launched his line, and I believe around 2020 when that fragrance got discontinued. So I know it's got a following and people always enjoy that fragrance, so it would be nice to see it. But also, Frederic Malle didn't release any fragrances this year. Last year we got 2. We got Acne Studios and Hope. This year, nothing. Is that the reason why? Or maybe because they launched 2 fragrances last year. We shall see. Really looking forward for the relaunch of Dries van Noten, and let's get started with the list. So the first fragrance at number 10, we've got Eau de Magnolia. So for the longest time, I hadn't bought this. I recently bought it at the discounter. I think I bought it because I stayed at a hotel in Greece, and they were using the Eau de Magnolia products in that hotel. I kind of fell in love with the smell, and I bought the fragrance. Again, no rules. I wear this fragrance. It's a magnolia fragrance come to life. It's a bit creamy. It's a bit watery. It's very fresh and white floral, but there's a lemony astringency under there as well. And you've got that spiciness as well, but it's also very, very fresh. It's super, super fresh and elegant. There's a breezy touch about it. And currently this is $185 for 100 ml. So it's white floral, but it doesn't act like tuberose or jasmine, even gardenia. Those are super, super potent, intense, in-your-face white floral fragrances. This has a lot of freshness for sure. So that is Eau de Magnolia. Check that out if you don't know it. I do recommend that quite a bit. Then we've got this powdery mineral-y skin scent, Dante Bras from the perfumer Maurice Roussel. This is a musky fragrance also. And I have a love-hate relationship with this one. I think there's violets here. Yeah, violet-y, powdery, mineral-y, spicy. There's a light creaminess under there as well. But it's not something that I crave all the time. It's Maurice Roussel who did Musk Ravageur as well. And I think the 3 fragrances he's done for this house, Musk Ravageur, really love it. Dante Bras, it's a toss-up. Uncut Gem is super boring for me. But this, yeah, it's up there. It's interesting. It's not like a wow for me. But if you like these kind of mineral-y, spicy, kind of violet, powdery sort of fragrances, definitely check it out. I think Maurice Roussel does really great work with violets. So he's done a great job here, I think, but it's not a fragrance that I go crazy over. So that's Dante Bras. Check it out. Price point on this is 100 ml for $220, and traditionally at the not the discounter, but that the suggested retail price is $370 for that one. Then we've got a super gorgeous lilac fragrance created by Olivia Jacobetti. It's En Passant, that one right there. I don't know if you guys know, but I've mentioned it many times in my videos. I'm a big fan of the smell of lilacs. I absolutely love the smell of lilacs, especially when it's like baking in warmth under the sun, although they kind of bloom in the spring. But what I like about the lilac, it's a very original smell to me. It has a almondiness. It's almondy and powdery, all along having some slight greenness as well. To me, it's the smell of spring. There's these really awesome, beautiful spring flowers that I really enjoy, like the daffodil, the Hyacinth is another one that I enjoy. There's also the Linden Blossom, and then of course the Lilac. These flowers I really love as a smell. And I think Olivia did a great job on this one. It's a bit watery and dewy, but you do pick up that kind of almondy touch and greenness as well. And of course it's beauty, the lilac's beauty, the flower. Super awesome. Really great. So that one is currently $220 as well, down from $370. Then we've got Iris Poudre, or Iris Poudre, another fragrance from Pierre Bourdon. He's done a few for this house. I think the one that people really love is French Lover, but this is also, I think it's got a following as well. It's very powdery and slightly vegetal. The idea of makeup comes to mind a little bit, but it's super elegant. Iris is a note that I've kind of grown into really loving. And when I put Iris to my nose, I'm just all over it. It's super awesome. There's like an elegance about this one. It has some slight classic touches. It's done in a superb way. It's not super anything, like it doesn't lean one direction. It's just this nice cloud of creamy powder, slightly makeup-y. There's warmth under there, but it's not super fiery. Super awesome. Iris or Iris Poudre from Pierre Bourdon. Let me know if you're familiar with that one. That currently sells for $240. Normally it's $470, so that one's a pretty good price for that one. All right, at number 6, we've got Rose Tonnerre. So this used to be called Une Rose. I haven't been wearing this one, but when I first bought it as Une Rose, I also had a signed bottle from Frederic Malle. That one I've worn quite a bit. But Frederic Malle has had a few name changes. Une Rose changed to Rose Tonnerre. And the story was that there was some kind of a trademark issue with a fragrance in China. I don't know what that was all about. And then Synthetic Jungle became Synthetic Nature. And I don't know the story behind that one. But for me, Rose Tonnerre is very similar to Une Rose. It's a jammy, juicy rose. And I think I would stress the jam more than the juice. There's a thickness about it, super spicy, but a bit boozy as well. There's a darkness about it. I don't know, when I smell this fragrance, I get burgundy as a color. So it has this kind of like a burgundy depth. And I think it's because, I don't know if it's subconscious, but there's a kind of a wine note in this. So it adds a slight fruitiness. But for me, it's kind of almost like wine, the color of wine here. Really awesome. Rose Tonnerre, very elegant as well. And this is currently $250 from $470. I think the rose fragrances tend to be more expensive because it's an expensive flower. And then we've got Lipstick Rose, created by Ralph Schweiger. I haven't been mentioning who created, although I have been. This Rose Tonnerre is Edward Fleischer. But Ralph Schweiger did Lipstick Rose. Lipstick Rose is really beautiful. If you like a fragrance that smells like makeup, this is the fragrance for you, makeup and lipstick. Check that out. It's got this kind of a retro vibe. It's a lot of violet. There's lots of powder, for sure rose. I think it's the rose and the violet together creates this lipsticky effect. There's a slight dark smokiness back there as well. It's super elegant, very powdery, truly feminine. Yeah, it's a very feminine, but not young and girly. It's got a maturity about it. This is currently $207 from $370. Lipstick Rose. Let me know if you're familiar with that. Then we've got a fragrance, another fragrance by Edward Fleischer. First we talked about Rose Tonnerre. Now we've got Le Méditerranée. Obsessed with this fragrance. Really obsessed with it. I love it because it reminds me of Easter as a young kid. It's the lilies. It's a Le Méditerranée, so it's a lily-focused fragrance. And the lily has a spice to it, a kick to it. It's a nice contrast here with this Mediterranean sea breeze. Oh, it's so good. Really good. This is definitely one of the best from this house. I put it here in the feminine list, but I have no problem wearing this one. Absolutely none. I think that marine touch, the marine sea breeze or marine notes that are in here, gives you a slight masculine edge. If you have a problem with lilies, then yeah, this might be a bit tough for you as a man. But I think it's truly superb. I think it's so gorgeous. The lily smells so realistic. That's what really transports me to being a young kid and getting dressed up for Easter with all the lilies everywhere. And you can smell the lilies and you can smell a little bit of the sea breeze and And then, of course, there's a little bit of church incense too, but that doesn't come here in this fragrance. Really awesome scent. That is Le Mediterranee. That is currently $225, down from $410. All right, we've got Carnal Flower next. Probably one of the most gorgeous tuberose fragrances. And if you've been following me, you know I've been complaining about tuberose in fragrances. I do like this one. It's super modern. I think it's the classic ones that I'm having some challenging times with, most importantly Fracas, fragrances like that. This is super modern, it's super creamy. The eucalyptus is so prominent, and this eucalyptus also reminds me of the eucalyptus trees that we have here in Northern California. And I most importantly loved it under the rain, because the rain kind of brings out the smell, especially if it's a little bit of a warm rain. And that's reminding me here against the creaminess of the tuberose, but also there's coconut in here too. So that coconut lends a creaminess. But to me, tuberose, gardenia, even jasmine even magnolia has like a creaminess. There's a creamy factor about these white flowers, but I really like notice it quite a bit here with Carnal Flower, especially since we've got that coconut thrown in as well. Super gorgeous. Really beautiful name too, Carnal Flower. And once again, Dominic Ropillon, he's the man. We've got Musk Ravageur here at number 2. Oh, it was at number 2 in the men's list as well. 100 ml for $230 on this one. Normally it's $370. The Carnal Flower is $267. Normally it's $470. Musk Ravageur, yeah, twice on the list, and both times at number 2. Definitely one of the best fragrances from this house. Super awesome, sweet, kind of candied, but also aromatic take on musk. The musk is gorgeous, super sexy. Yeah, I think this is kind of unisex, but it has a masculine side. It has a sort of feminine side. That's why I'm featuring it here twice. I mean, not twice, but featuring them in both lists. But it's a gorgeous scent. It's super intoxicating and addicting as well. Musks are so awesome. There's the Filthy Musk from Born to Stand Out and Sadonaso. Those are the kind of musks I really like. And I think this is the musk that really got me into enjoying those. But I've also enjoyed things like Original Musk by Kiehl's. I think these are also kind of layerable. You can layer the two, like any of these 4 together to bring out certain sides of those fragrances. But Musk Ravageur, awesome. And again, 100 ml for $230 for the Musk Ravageur. Definitely worth having in your collection. And in this list, I am putting Portrait of a Lady at number 1. I mean, this is a masterpiece. One of the best fragrances ever created. I think this is Dominic Ropillon's masterpiece. This is his masterpiece. I think he'll be known for this fragrance among many others. I mean, he's created so many fragrances, but this is super intoxicating, even more than, to me, it's the kind of notes that are in here that are super intoxicating. The patchouli, the incense, the fruity notes that are in here, the rose, the raspberry, and then there's the kind of ambery notes in the dry down. So good. I know it has probably changed. Most likely it's changed. It doesn't seem like it was when I first tested it, but the whole idea is still there, I think. It deserves number 1. I wanted to put it in the men's list, but I put it as a bonus. But here, it's got to be here at number 1. So that's Portrait of a Lady. Let me know if you're familiar with that. And that's the list for the ladies. Let me know if you have a favorite that I missed adding to the list. Put a comment down below. Don't forget to catch the men's list if you want to watch that one as well. Or go catch the deep dive video, which has everything that Frederic Malle has released up to whenever I shot it a few months ago. But thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. And thanks so much for watching both of the videos in this series. If you have any questions or comments, do list below. Please like this video, share it, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. And in this video, I am featuring or highlighting Synthetic Nature as a bonus option because I featured it as a bonus option in the men's list as well. I find this fragrance to be super unisex, and it's green. It has kind of a smell of vegetation. It's got green notes. It's got green flowers. And to me, it smells like spring. It's spring in a bottle, but a green spring. I love that smell. It does smell like vegetation though, but you've chopped it up and you've chopped up a lot of vegetation with with flowers because it's like the mixture. And then there's some slight fruity hints in there as well. But overall, it's a super green fragrance. There is a little bit of a smell, a reminder of something like pea vines, you know? I don't know. Vines is basically what comes to mind a lot. I'm thinking of stems, but also vines for sure. But that is synthetic nature. That is currently $220 for 100 ml, down from $370. And all of the fragrances are tagged, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.